Hello and welcome to one and all. My name is Lakshaya and I am an intern at LEXIS and Co. I am a third year law student at New Law College, Pune. And the topic of the day is importance of fundamental rights under Indian Constitution. The Constitution of India is by far the lengthiest written constitution in the world, and it is not just for the sake of it, but the constitution in reality covers each and every minor and major aspect, which will make every citizen of the nation feel protected and uphold the true spirit of judiciary at all times. As we all are aware how India has gone through a series of events to come and stand out as it is today. This is one of the main reasons why our constitution is the longest and the judicial system is always ready to hear about any shortcomings or changes required in the law. This is one reason why India, as such a major democracy, is able to sustain. One other reason which makes a democracy work is allocation of fundamental rights. Fundamental rights have been described by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as the most human part of any constitution. This is because they are made with the sole purpose of protecting the liberties and rights of people and safeguard themselves from any infringement caused by the government. Fundamental rights are always intended to defend an individual's dignity and to establish settings that allow each person to fully develop his or her identity. It imposes negative obligations on the state rather than allowing the state to impugn on individual liberty in all of its forms. They are absolutely necessary for an individual to achieve his full intellectual, moral, and spiritual potential. The goal of including them in the Constitution is to construct a government based on the rule of law, rather than on the rule of man. Fundamental rights safeguard citizens' liberties and freedoms from official intrusion, preventing the emergence of authoritarian and dictatorial control in the country. They are critical for the overall development of individuals as well as the country. Fundamental rights are under the purview of rule of law and not the government, because under the rule of law, no one can be spared from answering to the courts, whereas under the purview of government, there can be some shortcomings and the constitution would not leave any sense of confusion in the minds of people as to whether their rights are ensured or not. The government will also be made fully answerable to the courts if any individual right is not upheld. The fundamental rights further provide the citizens with a sense of freedom which many citizens have forgotten about. As we all know, India had been under the British rule for a very long time, and many citizens don't know the freedom felt like. Thus, fundamental rights protect and ensure that every citizen of the country can sense the satisfaction of living without constant pressure of being held captive by someone and them starting your entire life. We can say, without batting an eye, that fundamental rights play a very important role in the Indian Constitution. Thank you. That was all.